Hello everyone, welcome back to another tutorial. If it's your first time here, hi, I'm so glad you're here. Please do stick around. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you how to make this beautiful and easy designed handmade bag. And this design is very easy to make. So guys, let's learn how to make this together, okay? For this project, we'll be using our sugar beads, which will be in any color of your choice. And then we'll also be using our fish line in 0.7 mm. And lastly, our scissors. That is all we'll be needing for this project. And to begin, we'll cut out a thread we're comfortable in working with. And then we'll be starting with our 4 beads. String down those 4 beads into any of the lines, be it your right line or your left line. String that down, and then you cross both ends of your line into the last bead added, like so. Draw that all the way down, and you should be having your first ring, just like this. To continue, on both sides of your line, you're going to be adding 1 bead each. On each side of your line, you'll be adding 1 bead each, like this, and then you cross both ends of your line into another bead. Drag that all the way down, and you should be having your second ring, like this. To proceed, on both sides of your line, you add 1 bead each on both sides of your line. 1 bead each. Like this, and then you cross both ends of your line into another bead. Drag that all the way down. This should be giving you your third ring. Okay, so we have 3 rings now. We're going to do it till we get to our desired length. Our desired length is 8 rings, but I'm on the 7th ring now, so let's complete it to make it 8. On our left line, we're going to be adding 3 beads, like this, and then you cross both ends of your line into the last bead added. Drag that all the way down, and this should take you to the next line, or your next row rather, like this. Now to proceed on your second row, on your left line, you're going to be adding 3 beads. Your left line, adding 3 beads, like this, and then you cross both ends of your line into the last bead added. Drag that all the way down, and you should be having your first ring on your second row, like this. Guys, this is exactly what you should be having. Next, your right line goes into the next bead. Your right line goes into the next bead, and on your left line, you're going to be adding 2 beads, like this, and then you cross both ends of your line into that last bead added. Drag that all the way down, and you should be having your second row, your second ring on your second row, sorry. So this is exactly what you'll be doing. Let's keep that up until we get to the second to the last part. Like, we're going to do that off camera. We're going to continue with the same pattern of 2 beads on the left hand, sorry, 2 beads on your left hand, and then you cross both ends of your line into that last bead. We're going to keep up with that pattern till we get to the second to the last part, or the last ring there. Let's do that off camera and come back to meet here again. So guys, we are actually at the second to the last bead, so let's complete this together. Our right line goes into the next bead, and on our left hand side, or on our left line, we're going to be adding 2 beads. We're going to be adding 2 beads, and then we'll cross both ends of our line into that last bead added. Proceed. Our right line goes into the next bead, and this time around, still on your right line, still on that right line, we're going to be adding 2 beads. Just because we're about to turn to the next row, we're going to be adding 2 beads on our right line. Once that is done, you cross both ends of your line into the last bead added. Then you drag that all the way down, and it should be taking you to your next row, like this. Are you seeing it? Just like this. Now we have two rows. We're going to complete it off camera till we get to our desired length, which is 16 rows. Now we are here at our 16 rows. We have 8 to 16. That is 8 on the sides and 16 rows as a length. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get the sides of our bag. We're going to count 4 rows, and then we'll fold. from each edges. We're going to count 4 rows and then we'll fold. Just do exactly what I'm doing, just like this. The base of your this would be 8, while the sides would be 4. So now we're about to create the base, that is the down of our bag. We'll cut out a thread we're comfortable in working with, like I used to say. Then this time around, we're going to cross in our rope into those 2 beads, one from the side, one from the base. Once that is done, then on our left hand side, we're going to be adding 2 beads. Then we'll cross both ends of our line into the last bead added and drag that all the way down, and you should be having this. What you're seeing on your screen, that's exactly what you should be having. To proceed, our right line goes into the next bead. Our right line goes into the next bead, and on our left hand side, we're going to be adding 2 beads like this, and then we'll cross both ends of our line into that last bead added. Cross both ends of your line into the last bead added, drag that all the way down, and you should be having this. Guys, do not forget to tighten your work. To proceed, our right line goes into the next bead, and then on our left hand side, we're going to be adding 2 beads. This is virtually just a pattern of 2 beads, adding 2 beads and cross both ends of your line to the last bead. That's exactly the pattern we're going to be doing. So right now we are in the 3rd rings. We're going to complete that off camera till we get to the last, second to the last, and then we'll meet right there at the second to the last. Okay, this is exactly where we are now. I've done that off camera, so now let's complete it together. Why I came down here is for us to learn how to turn, so that we'll be able to learn how to turn to enter the next row. That's why I'm here. So once that is done, our right line goes into the next 2 beads. Are you getting what I'm saying? Because we're about to turn, so this time our right line goes into the next 2 beads, one from the base and one from the side. And this time around, we're just going to be closing with 1 bead, just 1 bead. And this has automatically taken us to the next row, as you can see. Okay, now to proceed, our right line goes into the next bead, 1 bead, which is on the side. And then still on that right line, we're going to be adding 2 beads, and then we'll cross both ends of our line into that last bead added. That should be giving us the first ring on the second line. Are you seeing it? So we're going to proceed. Our right line goes into the next bead, and on our left hand side, we're going to be adding 2 beads, 2 beads, and then we'll cross both ends of our line into that last bead added. This is just virtually what we're just going to be doing till we complete the whole base of our bag. That's the whole down of our bag. This is exactly what we should be having once we're done with that. And once you're done completing it, you pass around your bag and end it. Then you cut out any loose thread. You can see this is how it should be. And then you repeat the same thing we've been doing from beginning till now. Repeat the same thing to get another part of our bag. So now we have 2 sides of our bag, and we're going to add those 2 sides of our bag up. So we'll get another new thread. We'll get another new thread, fix in one bead in it, and then we're going to now start the joining of our 2 sides of our bag. Now we'll pass around our lines, both sides of our bag, the first beads on both sides of our bag, just like this, just like what you're seeing on your screen. This is exactly what you should be doing. And once that is done, you cross with 1 bead, just 1 bead. You cross both ends of your line into 1 bead. Draw that all the way down, and you can see our bag is already joining. We've started the joining of our bag. To proceed, both ends of our lines goes into the next beads. The right line goes into the next right bead, and the left line goes into the next left bead, like this, like I'm doing right now. Once that is done, you cross both ends of your line into one bead, just one bead, just like as I'm doing. Cross both ends of your line to one bead and drag. To proceed again, both ends of your line goes into the next bead, right line goes into the next right bead, and your left line goes into the next left bead. Once that is done, you cross both ends of your line into one bead, just one bead. Cross both ends of your line into one bead and drag. As you can see, our bag is joining up. So we're going to just repeat exactly what we've been doing. Like our right line goes into the next right bead, and our left line goes into the next left bead, and then we'll cross both ends of our line into one bead. Just that pattern, we're just going to keep up with that pattern. We're just going to keep up with that pattern. Then we'll cross both ends of our line into one more bead. So guys, we'll keep up with that pattern till we close up the whole bag. We're just going to continue that pattern till complete, or we close up the whole bag. Let's do that off camera and come back, okay? So guys, this is exactly what you should be having once you're done closing up your bag. This is exactly what you should be having once you're done closing up your bag. And we should be having 9, 8, 9, 8. That is, one side of the bag will be 9. That is because of the closing of our bag is making it 9. Then the other side will be 8. Okay. And so now we're going to be fixing the handle of our bag, but that will be done on that particular side of the bag, which is 9 beads. That is, we're going to be working on that one bead extra. So now to proceed, you cut out the thread you're comfortable in working with, and we're going to follow the pattern. That's one extra line that we added, that we use in closing the sides of our bag. That's what we are going to be creating the handle of our bag. Once you fix your thread in, you string down 3 beads for a start, and then you cross both ends of your line into the last bead added. Drag that all the way down, and this is exactly what you should be having. As you can see what we're having. This is what you should be having. Then our right line goes into the next bead, and then on our left hand side we're going to be adding 2 beads. Then you cross both ends of your line into that last bead added. Drag. To proceed again, our right line goes into the next bead, and then on our left hand side, or our left line, we're going to be adding 2 beads. Then we'll cross both ends of our line to that last bead added. Now this time around, we're not going to go to the next bead. We're going to go to the other side of our bag, not straight this time around. We're going to curve it. Our right line goes into the next bead by the side, just like this. That's exactly what I'm doing. And then on our left hand side, we're going to be adding 2 beads. Cross both ends of your line into the last bead added. So you can see, what we're doing. We're trying to create now we're trying to create the handle of our bag. Now our right line goes into the next bead for upward again. We're moving upward this time around. And on our left hand side, we're going to be adding 2 beads. Then we'll cross both ends of our line into the last bead added and drag all the way down. Again, our right line goes into the next bead, and on our left hand side we're going to be adding 2 beads. Then we'll cross both ends of our line to the last bead added. As you can see, we're almost done with the handle, the base of our handle. Our right line goes into the next bead again, and then on our left hand side we're going to be adding 2 beads, and then we'll cross both ends of our line into that last bead added. Drag all the way down. And this is what we are having. This time around, we're about to close the base of our handle. Our right line goes into the next 2 beads. Those next 2 beads right there, are you seeing it? Just follow exactly what you're seeing on your screen. That's one, and then the other one, yes, that one. And then this time around, you'll be closing with just 1 bead. Just 1 bead. You'll be closing with just 1 bead. That is, you cross both ends of your line into 1 bead and drag. Now, as you can see, we're having 4. We're having 4 beads in total. You can see 4 beads. Now we're going to build our handle on those 4 beads. All right, now on our left hand side, we're going to be adding 3 beads. 3 beads. And then we'll cross both ends of our line into that last bead added. And then we'll drag. As you can see what I'm doing. Now our right line goes into the next bead right there. String that line into that next bead. And then on your left hand side, you're going to be adding 2 beads. And then you cross both ends of your line into that last bead added. Drag all the way down. To proceed, our right line goes into the next bead. Like so, just right line goes into the next bead. And then on your left line, you're going to be adding 2 beads. 2 beads, and you're going to cross both ends of your line into that last bead you added. This time around, we're about to close the first line or the first row. Our right line goes into the next 2 beads. Like this, that one from the base and the other from the side. And this time around, you'll be crossing with just 1 bead. You cross both ends of your line into just 1 bead to end it. Then you drag down. As you can see, we'll have our first roll of the handle of our bag, you can see. So we'll keep building up. We'll keep building up the handle of our bag. And then we'll repeat the same thing also on our other side of our bag. Guys, this is what we are having already. So I did the other side of the bag off camera, and this is what you should be having. Feel free to add the length of the handle of your bag. Add whichever length you want. Once you're satisfied with the length that you want, then you can close it. Now to close it, you string down in one of the lines. You string down 1 bead, and then you fix that same line into the other side of the handle, and then you cross both ends of your line into just 1 bead. I hope you understand what I'm saying, but if you really do not understand, let me know in the comment section, and I would be making a special or a separate video on how to maybe make this handle of the bag or something like that. So now to proceed, we're just going to be passing our lines into the next beads, and then we'll cross with just 1 bead. Like now, our right line will go into the next bead, the next right bead, and our left line will go into the next left bead. Once that is done, we're now going to cross with just 1 bead. We'll cross both ends of our line with just 1 bead. Once that is done, you repeat the same thing again till you get to the end of it. So now we've gotten to the end of we're done joining both handles of our bag. It is now time to fix our thread or fix our lines, make it tight, and then we'll pass around our lines to end it. We're going to pass around our lines before we cut. You just have to pass around your line so that your work will be tightened and your work will look smooth. Your work will be smooth so that it won't be rough. You just have to pass around your line to hide your line. Yes, that's the word I've been looking for since. Sorry. The reason for passing around our thread is mostly to make our work tighten and make it smooth. And once you're done with that, just cut out any loose thread and you should be having your bag. Your bag is ready. Guys, you can see how beautiful this bag is. And also, guys, we'll be adding our drawstring bag to our bag, our beaded bag. The drawstring bag is going to be the inner purse, which would hide out whatever you're putting into your bag. And we are done with our simple design beaded bag. You can also do this in any color of your choice. Feel free to increase the size of your bag, and do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, and please subscribe if you've not done that. And guys, please, we'll see you guys in our next video. Okay? Mwah! Bye.